Welcome, Cross St. Benedict family. Welcome to my bat cave. This is where I make crosses. Today I want to talk a little bit about prophecy because it seems to be on everyone's mind. There's been a lot of news out there and about the economic crash and what's going to happen. I just want to share with you a little story that I had about when I was like my first marriage, before Joy and I got our annulments and we were married. I had a first marriage, and I had a dream. And before I even knew about what was going to happen, like divorce or anything like that, I had this very vivid dream. And in the dream, I was a Chinese man, and I didn't understand it. And when I woke up, I told my then wife, I said, you wouldn't believe this. I dreamt that I was this old Chinese man. It's the most vivid thing I ever saw in my life. And I was in China, and we were at the Great Wall of China up on a mountain, and it was beautiful. And I must have been an old man because I had an adult son who just kept on calling me Dad, 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 Dad. He was very annoying. And then I said I was married to a Chinese woman. She was pregnant. And I had a mother there, and the mother was looking out at the mountaintop, and she said, "There's a storm coming in. We better go. We better get in." And I remember thinking that I had to protect the family from the storm and get down the mountain. And when I woke up, I told my ex-wife this. She was my wife at the time, and she was very disturbed that I was having dreams of other women. And I tried to explain that it wasn't that. It was that I was actually a different person. And I told her the whole dream, and she still was upset. And later on in the day when I was at work, her mother called me, my mother-in-law, and she complained that I was making my wife upset because of these dreams I had about other women. And I said, this isn't I have no control over it. It was just a dream, and that I was a different person. So fast forward, a year later, there was a divorce. And Joy and I met. We got our annulments, and we were married in the Catholic Church. And our life took a lot of ups and downs. And we were pregnant with Ignatius, and we decided to go to this mountain, Caesar's Head, and because Joy's mom was visiting us, and we wanted to show her the sights. While we were up on the mountain, my adult son was there with us, Anthony. And I noticed that there was a storm that was starting to come in. And I turned to my wife and said, "Honey, doesn't this look like the Great Wall of China, these structures here?" And then I started going, "Whoa!" Do. I realized that that dream that I had, I was not actually an old Chinese man. I was me. I was married to a Filipino wife who was pregnant. I had my mother-in-law who was Filipino. We were up on Caesar Head. The artwork up there on Caesar Head looks like the Great Wall of China. There was a storm coming in, and my mother-in-law turns to me and says, "Don't you think we need to go in? There's a storm coming in." And I couldn't believe it, and it was such a beautiful depiction of the way God was trying to explain to me that He knows where I was, where I am, and where I'm going. And that if I keep my focus on Jesus, that it doesn't matter what kind of storm's going to be ahead. If I keep my focus on Him, we can handle all things. So I want everybody to keep their peace and increase their devotions to our Lord. If you know the divine office, say it more religiously. Make sure everyone goes to confession. Just increase your relationship with Jesus, and we can weather any storm. And the way we interpret things are not exactly how they're going to happen, but regardless, Jesus is always with us if we seek Him. So for everyone out there, God bless you. Good night. Keep the peace. Pax. Over and out.